First at 5:30, proposed legislation could keep immigrants and naturalized citizens from running for public office. Controversial bills are already being filed as the Kentucky legislative session reaches day 6.
Two related to holding political office in the state are facing pushback for aiming to shut out a specific group of people. WLKY's Alexis Matthews explains.
Objection, so ordered.
State Representative Shane Baker filed House Bills 186 and 259, which would ban immigrants who are naturalized U.S. citizens from holding state or local office in Kentucky. In a statement, the Republican lawmaker from Somerset says regarding elected officials, quote, that responsibility requires not only a deep understanding of our nation, its culture, and its history, but an unwavering commitment to integrity, transparency, and ethical leadership. The bills raising questions from Governor Andy Beshear.
So I haven't read the bill. My first question is just constitutionality, and that's something that anybody should look at because typically the requirements for any office are set out by the Constitution.
The 14th Amendment protects the rights of natural-born and naturalized citizens in the U.S. Constitution. With HB 259, Baker proposes to amend Kentucky's Constitution to reflect the restrictive citizenship requirements for politicians. Now, there's only one current Kentucky legislator who would be impacted if these bills were to become law, and that's Louisville Representative Nima Kulkarni. Kulkarni, also an immigration attorney, was born in India, came to the U.S. in the 1980s, and was naturalized 3 different times.
I think that's an insult, and it's offensive to immigrants everywhere who have been here working, trying to achieve the American dream. And so that's certainly how I reacted was with a lot of disappointment.
Kulkarni calls the bills a distraction from Kentucky's real issues. She also hurts for citizens who aspire to take office and make a difference in the Commonwealth. But then there are those who are not swayed, like her immigrant father, who filed to run for a seat in the Kentucky House.
It takes people like my dad to step up and say, if not now, when, right? If not me, then who? Because it's got to be people who are going to be directly impacted that fight back against legislation like this.
From Frankfort, Alexis Matthews, WLKY News.